Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. Today I would like to present about BBI 2423 with academic interaction and presentation for group 35. The topic is hospitality industry. And my name is Iliani binti Mat Azwari. My matric number is 181584, and this is my group member, which is Nazifah binti Qasim, matric number 183618. She will be a second presenter, and this is Farah Indiana binti Muhammad Zuhaidi, matric number 181461, and she will be a third presenter. We are from course of Bachelor Science in Food Service Management, and we are from Faculty of Food Science and Technology. So we like to present about the hospitality industry. Before I start the presentation, I will like to ask you, did you know the hospitality industry? If you don't know or you know, just enjoy this presentation. Next, we will take you to look at our presentation that contains of introduction, for characteristics of hospitality industry, which are intangibility, limited lifespan, and aggregate, reliability, and simultaneous. The last is the conclusion. So I will present the introduction and definition of hospitality industry. And the first characteristic of hospitality industry is intangibility. Before that, I just want to share the reason why we choose this topic, because it's related to our field, which is food service management, that more focusing on food and beverage, the operation and services, as it's important to attracting the customer, especially in tourism. So we have prepared a short video for you to get little imagination of hospitality industry. Just take a look and enjoy.
Let me start off with a question. What do you see in the word hospitality? Hospital, right? No, not that kind of hospital where you're given medical or surgical care. Here, it is metonymy in Latin, which means a guest chamber or a guest lodging. It derives from hospice, a Latin word for host, guest, or stranger. So what does hospitality mean then? According to dictionary.com, hospitality is the quality or disposition of receiving and treating guests in a warm, generous way. Essentially, it is the creation of free space, either with food, drinks, or dancing, where strangers can enter and become a friend. It comes from the expressed humanity of the host, and the only way one can understand hospitality is to experience it, just like love. The hospitality industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry that depends on the availability of leisure time and disposable income. It is mainly comprised of three main categories: food and beverage. The largest segment of the hospitality industry, it comes in various forms: high-end restaurants, fast food chains, catering facilities, bars, you name it. Lodging and accommodations. This sector focuses on providing lodging with other additional amenities, running from extravagant resorts, luxurious hotels, to mom-and-pop guest houses. Travel and tourism. The last element includes mostly transportation services like airlines, cruise ships, and entertainment services like traveling tours, amusement parks, casinos, and sporting events. That's it for today, folks. To learn more about the hospitality industry, please visit facebook.com/HillVietnam. Stay tuned until our next video.
Based on the video, the definition of hospitality is the friendly reception and treatment of guests or strangers, or the quality or disposition of receiving and treating guests and strangers in warm, friendly, and generous way. Next, I will focus more on the one of the characteristics in the hospitality industry, which is intangibility. Intangibility means that you cannot be see it or touch it, but we can feel it. So in addition, it cannot be transmitted, displayed like a product on the market, or be tested because it's concrete element of the services. The importance of the abstract element is such we must make them tangible by applying marketing techniques to the service we provide. For example, a service only can be sold and owned by a person, but it cannot be offered from the services provided to service consumer. For sole proprietorship that provide services, they can be entrusted to the service provider to generate and provide services in the different requirement of authorized service consumer. Next, I will pass to Nazifa to present about the second and third characteristic, which are limited lifespan aggregate and the viability.
Okay, thank you, Elaine. Next, I will continue to the third characteristic of hospitality industry, that is limited lifespan and ingredient. Hospitality products cannot be stored unless consumed when and they are waste, because this will affect hospitality industry in such a way, so we must try to counterbalance the quality control in advance. We can play with the price by limiting or adding service to the existing packs, makes it commercialized and more quality to maintain a good service. Besides that, we also can create a new and customize the service. For example, we can offer a special service in the certain period during public holiday or any celebrations, like offering some authentic cuisine for Chinese New Year, so that people will be more attracted to come and taste it. The second example is I sell mixed fruits in my cafes, so the fruits can only survive in a week. If the fruits are not sold almost a week, I can try to make less price promotions to get sale, which the quality is still good rather than it becomes spoiled and my cafes become lost. The next point is variability. Hospitality industry can imply the difficulty when it does not controlling all places at the same level of the excellence, which means a single mistake in any aspect will affect the final services. In this sense, we can talk about standardized. It is not only the service what is being customized, but a given an experience that will be different from any other, even if they share the same characteristic. So the service firm should make an effort to deliver high and consistent quality in the service. For example, if one day is eating in a restaurant, the food and service was very good, but the next day the service become bad, it will give a bad impression to the customer, because they expect the same good quality service as before. Next, I will pass to Farah to present the next characteristic.
Okay, thank you, Nazifa. Next characteristic is simultaneous. Simultaneous, which means service have to delivered at the same time as the customer consume. While other products are created, stored, purchased, and then used, but for the service product, are purchased first and then produced and consumed simultaneously at the same place and same time. This implies that service cannot be separate from their providers. Therefore, the consumer have to travel to the location of the product, not vice versa. For this reason, the human component in the provision of service is extremely important. And for example, in restaurant, the service provide, which means the waiter or waitress are doing the service at the same time for the customer request and something ordering. So it delivers the service immediately at the same time. For instance, if the customer wants bill, the service provider have to bring the
bill for the customer. The another example is the cashier at the bank is an integral part of the service provided. People can be part of the service itself. This could be a service marketing advantage too. And as the conclusion, an employee must have a good service to any customer. Guests satisfied with the good service and will be happy with the good service. Guest satisfaction in hospital industry meaning that the guest was satisfied with the service of the employee. Those characteristics cannot separate with guest and also supplier. This is the main major for us, and they also need the basic thing in daily life. Therefore, in hospitality industry, the service has to be constant and maintained. Not only that, the variability service in hospitality also cannot be separated. This is because it is to standardized and constant to the service that in the lodging property. And the last is the government is very lenient regularly and listening of hotel because the increase in the average daily rate for foreign tourists. That's all from us.